Hey YouTube, OG Spiky Plays here, and uh, okay, and today I'm playing a game called Orthoxia, and basically it's a remake of like 6 different Orthoxias or something, and this is it right here. It's made by Mechnor. He's real cool. This one is permadeath and no tutorial, and it's 300 Robux to buy alpha. You gotta be rich for it. And so, basically today I'm just gonna be playing. I've died a lot, but I know what I'm doing, I think. And I might die in this video. But, yeah, basically today we're just gonna, you know, play Orthoxia. And, I haven't made a video in a long time. And I deleted all my old videos because I kind of wanted to, like, start over and stuff. Because, like, all my other videos kind of sucked. And this one's probably gonna be pretty bad too. But that's fine. But in this game there's multiple races, and I'm the goblin race. I have little green ears and I'm stinky. And there's like 7 races. I don't know. There's a goblin, orc, gnome, dwarf, human, elf, snail, and slime. That's 8. There's 8 different races, and I think there's 8. I don't know. I might be missing one, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And then there's also one race, which is undead, which you get if you're a human and you die. It's like a 5% chance or something to get it. Used to be a 25% chance, I think. But then he changed it to a 5%. So right now I'm going to the village over here. And you start in the village that goes with your race. So, like, I spawned all the way over there in the goblin village because I'm a goblin. And right now I'm going to the human village because, honestly, I think it's the best village. And, it's also the best place to go to start and stuff. Right now there's not really anyone in the game because most people have already completed the game. But after I died, like, 10 times, I just gave up on the game and stuff. But usually what I do is, since I feel confident and stuff about like going and killing ogres. By the way, the enemies in this game are like real tough. They're basically bosses. And so there's like 4 enemies, I think. There's the mage enemies, the no, the cyclopses, that's what they're called, not ogres. And there's this one boss, and then I think I saw someone talk about some other enemy. I think there was a new enemy added, but I don't know. But yeah, basically they drop stuff and stuff. Oh, I already died. But basically you gotta like fight the cyclops and stuff. And yeah. Hold on, I don't know. I'm gonna pause this. Alright, I'm back, and I I got everything back and stuff. So basically you just wanna hit the cyclops, and whenever he does stuff like that, you just kinda wanna block him. Whenever he does his spinning attacks and stuff, those don't really matter. But like that, the only attacks you really want to watch out for are the ones that he actually like moves his arms just instead of like laughing or anything. Or that's another one. And then once you kill him, he has a chance of dropping something, or he drops gold. And after doing that, I usually get a lot of gold. And after I get a lot of gold, I just go straight over here, and yeah, I go over here and then I get a helmet, which increases my health, which my health is these little red things. Basically, whenever I get, oh wait, I'm dumb. I have to get a healing potion before I can do that. Yeah, so before you do that, so prices are kind of random. Pretty sure for the clubs, prices are usually low, and you can usually get it. But if you can't, then you can you can get an axe or a pickaxe, and you can find some ores, or you can go up to one of these really big trees and cut at it with the axe. It's probably best if you use the axe when you're here, and then when you do that, you just go back, sell it, and then go to the tree again, and then start cutting at it again and stuff. And this is the tree that most people use when they're here, because it's faster, because the trader is right in front of it, and you're able to just trade it in for gold right here. So this is who sells health potions. So I'll grab one. And then worn leather armor is human armor. There's certain armors bound to certain races, and depending on what race you are, it's like, different. And so now I'm gonna go and go back to that small little village, which when I was playing in the public test server, I didn't realize that that village existed for like half the time I was there. Well, half the time I was playing it, and when I realized it, it actually helped a lot because I never knew it was there and stuff. And now that I know, it gives a lot more health. And in every village that is at your, like, every village that's for you, like your race, like the Goblin Village that's for my race, they usually sell armor that's for your race. There is some races that can't wear armor, which is snails and slimes, because they're gonna be really OP if they have armor. So then you go up to this person and you give them the potion. Make sure you're holding it, and then you can either get this hat or the one in here, which usually I just get the one that's cheaper. The straw hat, though, I think the straw hat looks a little cool. But I also kind of like the cooking pot. And then, you should probably buy 2 health potions. I didn't buy 2, so I can't heal it. Whenever you put on new armor, it always, changes your, HP. So you have to get potions to re-heal and stuff. Oh, and that statue, it's not an enemy or anything. It's just like part of the game's lore or something. And when you're exploring, you can find like towers and stuff, which I think Mechnor is gonna add like accessories and stuff to each tower. Like there's 2 towers so far that have, at least that I know of, that have accessories at the top of them. And I'm pretty sure Mechnor is gonna add accessories to the top of all the towers. And so when you heal yourself, well, when I heal myself, normally what I do is I just start grinding Cyclopses and just kill them a bunch until I get tier 2 armor, which tier 2 armor, same thing as the tier 1 armor, which is the armor you get in the shops. There's only one armor that's tier 2 that is bound to a certain race and stuff. There's also a world boss that is all the way up there, and it'll say world boss has spawned on the screen and stuff whenever you go up there, but it's already been spawned, so I can go up there and fight it, but I've never beat it because it's really tough to kill. Probably the easiest way to kill it is by being a snail, which you can reroll your race if you ever want to. But later in the game, Mechnor's gonna add race change potions and stuff, and they're gonna help a lot. Also, sometimes Cyclops can fling you. Like, when they hit you, sometimes they'll, like, there's, like, a certain hit that, like, flings your character, which is normally whenever he waves and then he hits the ground, that's usually whenever he, does that. And basically from here on, you just kind of want to keep fighting the Cyclops and stuff until you get good gear. Also, it is pretty tough to learn the movement patterns, like the Cyclops is hitting. When I first started the game, I got real mad because like I'd keep dying to the Cyclops, and I had like a full bar of potions, but then I realized how I'm supposed to block them, because at first you don't really know what you're looking for, like you don't know like what you're supposed to look at, and someone grinded this Cyclops a bunch, so there might actually be like some tier 2 goblin armor in here. Oh no, all of it is Merc armor and human armor. Which human armor is the bronze armor, and sand steel armor is the orc armor, I'm pretty sure. And also there's 3 statues in the map, and if you farm the game a bunch, then well no, if you hit a Cyclops a certain amount of times and stuff, you get like XP, but it's not really shown. It's just like, oh, okay, that was lag. Wasn't me. I blame lag. But there's like statues everywhere in the map. There's a warrior statue, mage statue, and rogue statue, and the warrior statue is the one that I usually get. But you have to, there's like these dummies that are in some of the villages. And I think there's only dummies in like 2 or 3. But you just hit the dummies, like if you hit the dummy 100 times, you're able to change pick a statue that you want, and then you get an ability, and abilities are Z, X, C, and V, which I don't have any of the abilities, but this right here is a warrior weapon. Warrior weapons slow you down, you can't move, and then you just hit and stuff. Now I suggest if you're just starting this game, you just probably want to be more cautious and get like 3 bars, or at least 2 bars. 2 bars is probably like, if you want to get this game done quick, you would probably want to go for 2 bars. But if you're going for 3 bars, then yeah. But like some enemies, the mages, that's the mage right there. With the mage, there's an ability. I think it does like 1 or 2 damage. I forget. There's like 2. There's one ability that does 1, and I think there's another one that does 1 or 2. And then there's this other ability for him that does 5 damage, I'm pretty sure. Which 6 health is the maximum you can get in the game. And, well, at least of what I know, it's the maximum. And when you get it, then, yeah. You have pretty much full health for the whole game until there's more updates and stuff. I normally like it whenever there's people who sell potions for 1 gold, which the prices do change every once in a while. Like you just saw, the price for that was just 1, and then it changed to 4. But one of the statues is back here behind the waterfall. This is the mage statue, and the warrior statue is in the village I went to earlier, the human village. Probably the least hidden statue in my opinion. Warrior isn't that hidden. unless you don't bother exploring the castle. And then the rogue statue is on the side of a mountain, which you have to climb the side of the mountain. I think that's probably the hardest one to get to, because you have to you have to do all the parkour every single time you get up there, and it's real annoying. But yeah, these are the towers I'm talking about. And basically at the top of some of them there's accessories or things that give you health. Like there's a black hood you can get, and there's also a black cape you can get. And yeah. Wait. And the mages, they're like they probably have the same amount of health as the Cyclops. So I wouldn't suggest you farm the mages right at the start if you don't know the attacks. Cyclops is probably better to farm because like no matter what, his attacks always do 1 damage. But with the mage, if you don't dodge that big attack, then you're screwed. Okay, I lagged there. And there's how many areas? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 areas in the game. It's this forest, that other forest, and the goblin place. Wait, maybe not. Wait. Okay, yeah, 5. And then way back there, there's like this cave, and you can go into it, and it takes you to the place where the gnomes and the dwarves are. And there's also a desert that's next to the area that the goblins spawn in, which is where the orcs are. And then the slimes, I'm pretty sure the slimes don't have a village yet, and the snails have a village. The snails are in the that forest right there that was just in. And um the snails, well, the slimes, they're supposed to live way down there somewhere and in like a swamp, but I don't think their village is out yet. So we have to wait until that's out. But slimes don't get armor anyway because, you know, they're too OP. And same with snails because they're too OP. But snails, they can't move fast. Like, they move slower. And, slimes, they're about the same. The slimes, they have different transformations, and they're gonna have, like, transformations that do different things and all that. Right now, there's 2 transformations for them. One of them just turns them into this little cube. None of them do anything good, but one of them turns them into a cube, and then the other one turns them into, like, turns them invisible, and that's the one that's work in progress right now. And there will be more transformations for them soon, and every single race has like something special about them. Like goblins, if goblins are with other goblins, they do more damage. And undead, they have less. Their health doesn't regenerate. They have like 10 health, and their health doesn't regenerate. So yeah, the maximum health is actually 10. I think they have 10 health somewhere around there. And then and their health doesn't regenerate or anything. And then they have 1.5 times damage. They used to have 2 times damage, but then got lowered to 1.5 times. And when you die with the undead, you turn back to a human. They're called evolutions, and they're basically like things that like are given to you if you do a certain task, like dying as a human with that and getting that 5% chance to get undead. Which there will be like puzzles to get certain things and stuff. Like there's a race for demon that's called demon. There's a race for human that's called demon. And yeah. But up here is where the world boss spawns, and I guess it didn't spawn yet or someone killed it. And that's pretty much it. The desert and the gnome area are like real far though. They're like all, because gnome area is like, well, the dwarf and gnome area are way over there, and then the desert is way over there. And those are probably the farthest areas. I'd say the hardest village to find would probably be, well, I guess you could say the gnome village, because you can't even get into it unless you're a gnome. But the snail village is in a tree, so that's pretty hard to get to. And but the thing is that the orc village is in the desert, but like the desert is like super foggy. Like you see this fog, how like I can only see a certain distance. Yeah, I can only see to like that rock right there when I'm in the desert. And so I think that gnome would probably be the hardest just because no one else can get into it. And yeah. So over here is the warrior statue. Back here. It's pretty easy to find. You just go back here and boom, right there. And well, that's about it for this video for Orthoxia. I think it's a pretty fun game. It changed a lot. Like it used to be a really easy game, and then it was a semi-hard game, and then it was an easy game, and then it was and then turned back to a and then it turned to a really hard game. That's pretty much what happened. Basically, how I named the Orthoxias is the first one, easy Orthoxia. Second one was probably my favorite because you could like dodge by rolling and stuff. And then the third one, I would call it Orthoxia Simulator because it felt like a simulator. And then now there's this one, which is Orthoxia Dark Souls Edition.